Hello, everybody. We are now live. Alexa, turn off Man Cave. It's been a while. It's been some time. I'll get you guys caught up on things. I've been super busy. I started a new fishing trail. So a course of events has occurred, and the guy that runs the major fishing trail for Massachusetts has retired. So I decided to start a fishing trail myself. So that's been a lot of work. It's a bunch of trails coming out now because of that. It's been the catalyst for a boom of kayak trails in Massachusetts. So, and that's all good. So I've been working on that, plus regular work. I've been trying to get certain guests on the show, and it's been hard to coordinate getting guests on the show, so I've had to cancel my plans to do the show like 3 or 4 times, and I said tonight I'm just going to go solo tonight. So here I am. And now that it's winter, I want to at least get 2 to 3 shows a month, if not 4. Now that I got most of the bulk of the work of the fishing trail done, I can relax and do some more podcasts. So, you know, I like the new format, having a guest on. So I have to really plan that out better. There's still people that haven't been on the show that I want on the show. So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to in the future. And why do I do this? I always set it up so that hey, what's up? Luis Kanye West 2703. There ain't no Gamergeddon. Gamergeddon's done. There we go. Now I'm looking straight at you instead of looking on my other screen. So first I want to talk about the new Steam announcements. I wanted to talk about these Steam announcements when they came out a couple weeks ago. And I really want to dive into this because it's friggin' amazing. Okay? Because we've been waiting for Steam's new... Get Blade on? I don't even know how to get in touch with Blade. I know how to get in touch with Esco. I could probably get Esco on. But that's Steam stuff. Okay, so I want to talk on each one of these individual things. Okay, so you guys know I'm a VR nut now, and to me, the MetaQuest is the bee's knees, but it's an entry point for people to get into VR because it's affordable, and the fact that you can play PC VR games. People complain about the graphics. It's like, you don't have to play about the graphics. You can hook it right into your Steam account and play Steam PC graphics games on your MetaQuest, and they run just fine. But we've been waiting for Valve to come out with their own consumer-minded, meaning available to the mass market with a lower intro price, which is what we're hoping this new headset, this new Steam frame, does for us. We're hoping it's going to be affordable. But you know me, I don't care. I'll pay $1,000 for that thing. Because here's the thing with Steam Frame, especially now that you don't need to have it attached to the PC for it to work, that brings a high-end PC VR headset to the realm of freedom, meaning no tethering to your computer, no tethering to your tracking devices. And I think that's cool. And it's obviously going to come in lower than the Apple and Samsung devices, but it's because it's a Steam-based device and it's going to work with their ecosystem, with the Steam machine, with the Steam controller, and the Steam Deck. It's absolutely berserk what Valve is doing, and I am here to throw money at them. I'm going to throw money at them. So Steam Frames got me excited, and all this stuff is coming out in 2026. I still haven't got my ROG. And I'm debating whether I want to just get a regular Steam machine, because here's my deal. Like, I got so many things that I want to do. You predicted all this shit on the old Bitbag days. You're a prophet. Yes, I am a prophet. Big T Davis. I did. I predicted a lot of this stuff. I predicted a lot of stuff. But let's be honest. Like, I'm not a genius. It just takes knowing the industry and how it works and seeing where technology is going to figure out what's going to happen. And I also want to comment on Hip Hop Gamer. I don't know if you saw Hip Hop Gamer's latest video where he said the PlayStation 6 is getting Steam. I'm going to refute that at the end of this show, fully refute it. But I'm also going to state the possibility of how it could happen. And basically, I'll get into that. Remind me to do that before the show's over. So, the Steam stuff. So I'm like, man, so the Steam Deck right now is, hey, what's up? So the guy right there in the chat, Jabo Jabotlix 696, that's Eric Mudd. He was supposed to be my guest tonight. And he's been ghosting me and putting grease on my balls every week now. No, but that, y'all know Eric. So the Steam Deck, the original Steam Deck. I don't really care about, when it comes to handhelds, I don't really care about power. The reason why the ROG Xbox Ally was such a deal for me was because it had all the stores on it. It had the new version of Windows running on it. You could access your Xbox library. You could access Steam. You could access GOG. You can access all the stores on it. And I'm still thinking about it. I might not even get the X. I might get the cheaper version. But I'm still trying to decide. But the original Steam Deck for $650, I can get the 1 terabyte OLED edition. Like, and I've heard good things about it. I've heard good things about the Steam Deck. So why would I spend upwards of, what's the Ally X? Let me see. ROG Ally X. The ROG Ally X is $1,000 with the latest and greatest technology. The Steam Deck is 1280 by 800, and it does dock. I think you can dock with that to your TV, but it's been out longer. There's more accessories for it and everything. The ROG Ally the X is also 1 terabyte and FHD, so it's FHD, so I think it's the same resolution as the regular Steam Deck, which is 1280 by 720. But I think you can, when you hook it up to a dock or when you hook it up to your monitor, you can go to 4K with it. From what I remember, I'm reading everything about it right now, so I don't get anything wrong. I think the thing that pulls me into the Asus is the fact that it's got all the new chips and everything on it. So that's important to me, the new technology, and it is part of the Xbox ecosystem. So I don't know if I'm willing to spend $1,000 on that. And then the ROG Ally Xbox, the cheaper version, which I can't even find anywhere. Let me see here. ROG Ally, the regular one. That's the regular ROG Xbox. There we go. So that's $600, which is $50 less than the Steam Deck. What about the Game Boy looking device that plays? I have that already. I have that. Have you been watching my? I know you haven't watched my videos. I already have the Game Boy looking device that plays classic arcade games. I got 2 of them, 3 of them. I got 3 of them because they're so cheap to get on Temu, and I love doing that. So The ROG Xbox Ally 7-inch, same resolution, FHD, 120 hertz, but only has a 512 gig SSD, which isn't a big deal because how many games am I going to load on that thing at a time? That's only $600. So maybe the solution is to get the ROG, the slower one with the different. This has a Ryzen Z2, and the other one has a Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme. So it's got more power, but I don't care about that. I'm not looking the type of games I'm going to play on that. I don't care. So that's in terms of Steam Deck. That's what I'm looking at right now. Okay. The other thing, the controller. I'll send you the link to the video I made, Eric, since you don't really subscribe to my channel and look at and watch my videos, and you don't support my friend after you made me late picking up my son that day. You need to support me. I did videos on it. I did videos on both of them. So I'll just go to the channel. They're right there. And they're dope, dude. I was playing Final Fight arcade version. The one I have now has a Dreamcast emulator on it. It has a PlayStation emulator, N64. They're dope, and they come with all the games. And I got it from Temu, so who cares, right? So the controller, the Steam controller. So, and I know this isn't going to happen when I build my upgrade, but my current computer, the Bluetooth sucks. So, but I don't know if it's the computer or it's the Xbox controller, because I add an Xbox controller to my PC so I can play wirelessly, and sometimes the Bluetooth bugs out. And I've seen other people on the forums had those issues. So I think it's an Xbox controller issue. So with my PC Xbox controller, I'm sorry, I'm trying to straighten out my shirt. I want to look good on TV. My PC Xbox controller, I actually plugged that in I was plugging it in via wire until Beitong sent me this. You know, so I use this as my main controller right now, and I love this controller. It's dope. However, I just wanted to be able to use an Xbox controller on my PC like it was meant to be. But I don't really mind this because I actually fell in love with this controller. But it has a lot of options, and it's got not the Hall effect, but the other ones. Type of sticks that are magnetic. So they last forever, and you can. I did a review on this. Why am I talking about? I have this for the PC now, which is great, but the Steam controller is dope, and it just works. It works with Windows. It works with Steam. It's wireless, and you can hook it into your Steam Deck, and you can hook it into a laptop, and so that's dope. And it's got all the buttons and all the configurations, and it's even got a little mouse pad thingy. So why wouldn't I just get a Steam Deck controller instead of screwing around with this Xbox stuff? It's got a magnetic charger that hooks up to the USB. It's got TMR. That's the other thing. So TMR is the better version of Hall effect. So it's a TMR controller like I already have. Capacitive touch. It's got motion controls. It's got rumble. It's got a gyro. You know, so why not go all out? Like, why not send Gabe all my money? So, and I figure this thing's going to cost like $70, which is fine, right? Then there's the Steam machine. Have you seen all this stuff, Eric? Have you seen all the stuff I'm talking about? The Steam machine is, I'm saying it's a hybrid console, but it's a Steam PC. They've done it before, but now this thing looks like a tiny Xbox. It can hook up to your big screen. It is a fully fledged computer, and I think it's running Linux. It's not running Windows. I'm sorry, Steam OS, but I thought Steam OS was based on Linux. So it's got fast resume. It's got all the stuff you'd expect from a console, except in a Steam machine. So I still call it a hybrid console because it's actually a PC that runs Steam, but it has features like a console. The thing is cute. It's like if you took an Xbox Series X and sliced it in half, that top half would be the Steam machine. It's got a 4K gaming, 60 frames per second with FSR. So it's got a dope ass GPU. It has 2 storage sizes, 512 and 2 terabyte. It's got Wi-Fi 6 and the power supplies built in. But and as much as I would love to have this cute little Steam PC, I don't have a reason to have it other than to hook it up to my big 4K TV so I could play Steam in the living room. But I'm not so much of a gamer where I got to have consoles every fucking where in the house. And I am upgrading my PC to my next Davis workstation, super badass PC. So why would I spend money on a Steam machine? It's dope. It's awesome. You could run Steam OS and you could do other stuff on it. So Steam Machine runs Valve's gaming first operating system. Steam OS design is a plug and play user experience while keeping the power and flexibility of a PC. Experience Steam OS in the same way other Steam hardware like Steam Deck and Steam Frame. And yeah, so it's a PC. So you can run applications on it. You can game on it. You can stream on it. It's dope, but I'm not really going to need it. I just want it because I want it. Because I love tech. So that's the whole conundrum here with Steam, and I do want to have a Steam Deck. And as someone who has said for years that I don't like handheld gaming, I don't like portable gaming. I hated the neck bend using the Switch. I could feel it in my neck looking down at the screen. I'm like, this is no way for anybody to game. And it was just very uncomfortable, like when I hold the control. So yeah, for if I wanted to continue using Switch, I'd have to hook it up to my big screen and play it like a normal console. Steam Deck allows me to do that, but it also allows me access to the 300 plus games I have on Steam, which is an even bigger reason for me to get a Steam Deck, either an ROG or an actual Steam Deck. So there it is. Nope. Right. Exactly. No. What's up, futuristic? That's my point. As somebody who is on the precipice of building the most powerful PC I've ever built, there's no reason for me to have that. My next PC is gonna be so fucking badass that I won't need that, but I want it because I want to touch it. I want to look at it. I want to feel it. So, but other than that, I don't need it. Would I like to review it and talk about it? Yes, of course I would, because that's what I do. And I love tech. So more than anything, I just like to stand next to it and rub it. The PC handhelds have their own VR headsets. Problem solved, Tor. PC handhelds have their own VR headsets? Like what? The Steam Decks have their own VR headsets? What? You have giant fat hands, so would fit your hands perfect. But no, dude, I have tiny hands. I have for being 6'3", 338 pounds. I have small hands. I don't have huge hands. I'm a size fucking 12, but I wear a size 13 shoe, and I don't. My hands are very tiny. I do not have big hands. I can't even palm a basketball. So, yeah. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to say about that. What? Yeah, whatever. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, I should actually do the hip hop gamer thing. Why I'm on Steam. So, Hip Hop Gamer posted the other day about PlayStation 6 getting Steam. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. And I'm like, that's not going to happen, Hip Hop. I'm like, are you crazy? And he's like, trust me. And I'm like, dude, This is the same thing you said about the backwards compatibility engine on the PlayStation 5 that never came to fruition. And I'm like, so like, he needs to check his sources. But then I really thought about that. So I said, okay, so is there any validity to this? Whoever told him this, could he be telling him the truth? Right? And I thought about it. I'm like, how could you possibly run Steam on the PlayStation? So he said Steam's coming to the PlayStation 6, and he said officially. And I said, no, it's not. I'm like, Valve is about to release their own hybrid PC console. Why would they throw Steam OS on a competing new platform that's coming out in 2027, I think? Why would they do that? That's not going to help Valve. Plus, Gabe doesn't really like Sony. Why would he do that? Gabe doesn't like consoles at all. So there's that. But then I really thought about it, and I'm like, and because he had mentioned that you're going to be able to load different operating systems on the PlayStation 6. I'm like, okay, so the situation would be PlayStation 6 allows operating systems, and then you load Linux on the PlayStation 6, and then you could side load Steam on the PlayStation 6. That's a possibility. But the thing is, when Sony did the whole PlayStation 3 Linux thing, it didn't work out for them. I mean, everybody thought it was cool, and it was cool because they were running farms of PlayStation 3. They were running Linux farms. They had farms of PlayStation 3s running Linux on them. They were server farms, and it was fucking cool, right? And Sony just shut off support for Linux. They just said, no, we're not doing this anymore, right? So why in the fuck would Sony years later want to do that again? That's one, okay? That's what she said. PS6 getting Linux. What's up, Ice? So that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But I'm playing devil's advocate. Unofficially, maybe you will be able to sideload other operating systems on the PS6, and that's the only way you could possibly get Steam on there. But he's saying it's official. So how would that work for Sony? Okay. Sony is coming out with a PlayStation 6, and it's going to be a monster, kind of like the next Xbox. It's going to be a super high powerful console. I don't know if they're doing the hybrid PC thing like Microsoft is doing, but let's just say they are, right? Whatever. Let's say Sony wants. Let's say I'm seeing the shadow, but I wasn't seeing the microphone. It started freaking me out. So let's say Sony wants to have Steam on PlayStation. So you're a gamer and you buy a PlayStation 6, and you never had a Sony console before, right? I'll give you a bunch of scenarios. So you never had a Sony console before. You buy a PlayStation 6. What games you're going to get? You're going to get Spider-Man. You're going to get Spider-Man 2. You're going to get fucking God of War Ragnarok. You're going to get Last of Us, right? You're going to want those games, right? But then you're like, wait a second. I can load Steam on my PlayStation 6. And then I can buy all those Sony games off of Steam. And they'll be cheaper than buying them on Sony's store, right? Case in point. I'm just gonna let's just get on Steam real quick, just to do some pricing, because this is all very interesting to me. So, and since I'm in show mode, let me switch over so you guys can see what I see. Okay, so you all see that, right? This is the Steam screen. So I'm going to show you some prices here, because this is all very interesting. Hold on. So, since I'm in show mode, let me switch over so you guys can. I'm just seeing what you guys see. I'm out of practice. Okay, so we're on Steam. See that, right? This is Steam screen. So I'll show you some prices here. Let's search for Spider-Man. All right. So Spider-Man 2 is $59. And Spider-Man 1 for the remaster is $59. And Miles Morales is $49. Right? Okay.
So we're on Steam.
So on the Sony store,
Let's search for Spider-Man.
I know you guys are leaving comments. I'll get to you.
And Spider-Man 1, the remaster,
Where's the search thing?
and Miles Morales is 49.
Spider-Man.
So we're on Steam.
So Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation Store is $69. Remastered is remastered's on sale, so that's a deal. Okay, but it's still $70 for Spider-Man 2.
Where's the search thing?
And the Miles Morales version is $69.
So Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation Store.
Oh, that's the Ultimate. So $49. So I think it's the same price as Steam. But let's just use Spider-Man 2 as a reference. So Spider-Man 2 is $59 here, $69 on the PlayStation Store. So that's $10 savings, right? So if you go, I'm sorry, you can hear that. If you go and you get this, Sony now has a person who bought a PlayStation 6 and they went and they got Spider-Man on the Steam store. Sony has to pay Valve 30% for that sale. So anytime a publisher has a game on Steam, I think it's 30%. It may even be 20%. We could look that up. How much does a publisher pay when their game sells on Steam? So when a game sells on Steam, Valve takes 30%. So they buy Spider-Man for Steam for their PlayStation 6. Now Sony has to pay Valve 30% for somebody buy that game on their own console. That's not making money for Sony. That's not good for Sony. It doesn't make any sense. Let's check God of War. So God of War is, well, that's on sale. I should do Ragnarok since that's newer. So Ragnarok regular edition is, wait, they got a, somebody who's up on PlayStation. Are you telling me that there's a PS4 version and then you get the PS4, PS5 version, it's $10 more? Is this correct? I didn't know that. You got to pay extra? So if it works on both PS4 and PS5, it's $69. If it's just the PS4 version, it's $59. So let's see how much it is on Steam. So regular God of War is $49. Ragnarok is $59. It's $10 cheaper on Steam, and they got to pay $39 or $30, 30%. So why on earth would Sony want to do that? They're not going to do that. So that's my argument. There's no incentive for Sony to be paying Valve. Sony wants to sell those games on the PC, but they don't want people buying their consoles to buy their games on Steam. So why would they do that? So that's why I don't believe officially Steam will be on the PlayStation 6. And if it's unofficially, if you're able to load Steam on the PlayStation 6 and people start doing that, then Sony will block it. Sony wants people who own PlayStation 6 to pay the $70 to buy the games, or $80 to buy the games on the PlayStation 6 from Sony. So there's my counter to his argument. Let me catch up on these chats. Why would Sony? Yeah, exactly, Ice. PS6 would be a walled garden just like PS. Yes. Sony, the company that doesn't even have a web browser on the PS5. I'm going through all my backlogs, or a code site for those who know. Why would they not just make the pricings the same? The question is, why would Sony create a competing market on its own hardware? Right. But the console war is over. Yes, console war is over. But this is what I tried to tell Hip Hop Gamer. I don't know why he does this, because we know that Sony's working on a PlayStation 6. But if they are actually trying to work on something that allows it to load other operating systems and play Steam, that has to be somebody really close to the development of the PS6. Why would he out and out tell Hip Hop Gamer this and not say, you can't say anything about this because it's under NDA, but I'm just letting you know because you're cool and I like you. And then if Hip Hop Gamer ran and made a video of it, he would burn that trust of that inside developer that gave him that info. I don't understand. I don't get it. What's up, Fred? How you doing? I knew you'd show up tonight. Freddie! So I don't get that. And I don't agree with it. And I don't like when he does this, because if it doesn't happen, then people are gonna burn him. They're gonna be like, dude, I thought you said there's gonna be able to load Steam and this and that. I just don't like when he does that, because whoever lied to him about this is probably sitting there laughing. It's probably the same dude who lied about the backwards compatibility stuff or whatever. I guess I have to talk to Hip Hop Gamer more about it. But I did give you a scenario where it could possibly happen. We're all going to be mindless drones buying a single terminal to access to Steam. So I wanted to talk about Arc Raiders. I've been playing some Arc Raiders. I've been playing more Arc Raiders lately because I'm really enjoying the game loop. And there's some fucking assholes in that game. It is a griefer's paradise. It's a fucking griefer's paradise. And I've been watching streamers and some of the stuff that they've been doing for griefing, and it's funny as all get out. But a lot of people are now screaming, saying they want a PvE only server, and I'm like, part of what makes Arc Raiders so great is the PvP and the fucking proximity chat. It's just fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. The game's amazing, and what I've been doing is I've just been running in and out of these places, bagging up on loot and getting out and trying to do quests. And I've just been, I don't know if you, I know Ice plays, but I've been using free loadouts because I got sick and tired of crafting stuff and then people killing me and taking it away from me. So I've been doing free loadouts. I'm starting to really get the hang of the game. I got my first PvP kill the other night. This guy, I guess I scared this guy when I opened the door and he was in a room. And he started shooting me right away. And I ended up, I jumped back, fired a couple shots, jumped back out of the room, and then I threw a smoke grenade in the room. And then I ran into the room and he couldn't see me come in, and he was in a corner. And I saw him. Then he started to talk, but I unloaded on him. And I told him, I was like, dude, you shot me first. He's like, you scared the shit out of me. I'm like, I can understand. I was like, okay. I think I had a defibrillator. I'm like, okay, I'm going to res you. And I started saying that. Then I got shot in the back by somebody else who was in the room. And there ended up being 3 of us on the ground crawling around, and this one guy killed all of us and took all our loot. Wild Wild West, motherfucker. Yet 240 hertz. Freddy's still talking about that. Killing Floor 2. Okay. So right now I'm playing Arc Raiders, Helldivers 2, Battlefield 6, and Titanfall 2. But I'm having a... I mean, if you haven't played Arc Raiders yet, I hate the fact that it is an extraction shooter, but I hate the fact that they call it an extraction shooter because people immediately think about PUBG and Warzone and all that shit. You gotta play this game. Number one, it has the best... Just when I thought Battlefield was going to take the cake for the best sound design, Battlefield 6. The sound design in Battlefield 6 is just fucking incredible. But the sound design in Arc Raiders is absolutely, unequivocally the best sound design I have ever heard in a video game. It's fucking amazing. It is fucking amazing. That's just the sound design. Then you add in the best proximity chat I have ever heard in a video game. I'm talking spatial. Like if somebody's 10 feet in front of you, they sound like they're 10 feet in front of you. If somebody's fucking 50 yards away from you, they sound like they're 50 yards away from you. It doesn't sound like you're all in the same chat room together. It's just, it is amazing, and it makes the game that much funnier. Talking to somebody like that in that world, it's just, you have to witness it to understand how fucking awesome it is. Titanfall is barely at number 2. Yeah, but still the greatest first-person shooter ever made. So that's why I keep playing it. You know, like why does I'm not OCD, but I'm trying to figure out why this fold keeps happening. It's driving me crazy. It's like, why is that? Like, is there an error in this shirt's design? Anyway. So Arc Raiders cover looks like a Tark 2600 cover art. Yes, it does. So yeah, I love Arc Raiders. Love it to death. Ice, Ice, did I give you my my name, my hashtag name for Arc Raiders? Your chatbot timed me out. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta fix that. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure this out, Ice. Hold on. Is it Streamlabs? Like, give me a second. I don't know why people talk in fucking caps. Stop talking in caps. Stream elements, okay. I'll get you fixed up, Ice. Hold on. Fucking hilarious. That's the same thing that happened to Jeezy. And motherfucker, I'm Ice. You can't deport me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let me fix this real quick. Let me unblock Ice. Hilarious. I gotta change that. It's supposed to time out after several attempts at typing in. Let's see. Oh, and we do have. Let's see here. If you do like try this out. Let me see if it works. Do exclamation point 8 ball with the number 8. Timers, counters, spam, caps protection. I'm gonna turn caps protection off. So how can I? How can I take Ice out of? Give me a second. So it's supposed to be 300 seconds. Oh no, it's okay. So it's after 300 seconds, Ice. So it's like 5 minutes. I don't know how to get you out of it. Sorry, bro. Oh, but if you're still watching, Ice, when you get a second. Oh, he's back. I don't have your Xbox name. I'll give you my Empire ID. So, because we can crossplay. I would love if you got extra blueprints for me. Is the only way to trade by dropping stuff on the ground? Or is there an actual trade feature? What level are you? Ice is probably like 300, the amount of time he puts in these games. Okay, so there's that. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to get everybody in the community together that plays Arc Raiders, and all of us get on at the same time and just go around killing a bunch of rats. I would love that. Oh, I had a guy, he shot me, and I was on my knees, and then he says, "Oh, that's okay, I'm going to let you extract." So I crawled over to the extract, and then we put the code in, and he says, "I lied," and punches me and knocks me out. I had some good loot, too. I think I had to go back 4 times to get 3 toasters. Every time I got those toasters, somebody killed me. It was driving me fucking crazy because the toasters were spawned in the same place, and I needed them to upgrade a workbench. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I was getting so pissed, but at the same time, I was loving it. Like, when has there been a game like this? You know, it's great. So I'm learning, I'm building, and I'm gonna be a fucking menace one of these days. There's a guy who did a whole video on his supervillain arc, of how he tried, like me, being really nice and friendly and offering help in the game, but these griefers kept killing him, and it turned him into a griefer. It's a whole YouTube video on this guy's story arc in Arc Raiders, and it's amazing. Tor, get Jagon to play too. That dude is funny. I can't. Jagon is a ghost. Crafting has become the scourge for gamers. No, crafting is great. The scourge is stealing people's loot instead of focusing on killing arc enemies. I think the other day I ran into a bunch of guys that were hunting one of those big arc spiders, and he was all the way down, and I threw one of those sticky grenades on him. I forget what they're called. And I got the last shot in and killed it. There was loot everywhere, and then we all exited together. We did the exfil together, and they were off for me. I was too full, so I really couldn't take anything and I just wanted to get back so I can turn in my quest. The game's fucking awesome. And sadly, it came out at a time where it won't make the Game Awards. So, or did it make the Game Awards? I can't remember. Oh, hold on. Let me see. The Game Awards. I actually went on and put in votes for the Game Awards. Let's see. I should have subscribed. I don't want to subscribe, motherfuckers. How am I logged in? I already voted. Okay, yeah, there's my vote. So I did Claire Obscure for Game of the Year. Best Game Direction, Claire Obscure. Best Narrative, Claire Obscure. Best Art Direction, Hollow Knight. Best Music, Claire Obscure. What else? Best Audio Design. Yeah, I picked Battlefield 6 for Best Sound Design because Arc Raiders wasn't up. Because Arc Raiders came out, it missed the deadline. So Arc Raiders won't be up for awards until next year. I also voted South of Midnight for Games of Impact and a couple others. Helldivers 2 for Best Ongoing Game. I picked Fortnite because what the fuck? Best Community Support. Yeah, I'd have to give it to that. I heard No Man's Sky is like really hot right now, but I haven't got into that. Best Independent Game, I gave it to Claire Obscure. Mind you, I gave it to Claire Obscure because the game's fucking dope, and it's probably the only game on the list that I played in any of these categories. So, like, I don't know how Uma Masumi Pretty Derby is in Wuthering Waves. I didn't play those games. I gave it to Sonic just because it was Sonic. Alien Rogue Incursion for Best VR Game. Battlefield 6 for best action game. There's a bunch of good ones here, but I give it to Battlefield 6. Indiana Jones for best action adventure. Clair Obscur best RPG. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage for best fighting. Donkey Kong Bonanza, because what the fuck else am I gonna Sid Meier's Civilization, F-125 for sports racing, Battlefield 6 for best multiplayer. Again, so Arc Raiders is in there. So I don't even think I noticed this when I did the votes. So Arc Raiders is in there for best multiplayer, but it's not in there for anything else. So it did make the cutoff. And that now I'm fucking pissed off, because this is what I mean. And I'm going to go, and I know I say this thing where you have all these sites that have their own fucking awards. So everybody's given different awards. Like when somebody said, but it got Game of the Year, you got to say, well, where did it get Game of the Year? Which sites? Which of the 60 or 75 websites did it get Game of the Year? Which of those awards did it get Game of the Year? But everybody, when they say that, it's definitive that it's the Game Awards. So how can you be this highly prestigious Game Awards show with all these contacts and all this stuff? Like, and I get it. Clair Obscur was dope. That game even shocked the shit out of me. And I don't like RPGs, Japanese type RPGs, and I guess this plays like Persona. It was fucking dope. But how is it that Arc Raiders unequivocally has the best fucking sound design, has the best proximity chat, things like that, and the only category it got picked for is best multiplayer? And that's not even really a strong point of it, the actual multiplayer aspect. It's good, but it's not as strong as Battlefield 6's. Because a lot of people like myself like to solo in that game. So, but that's not my point. The fact is, it did make the cutoff, and it only got nominated for fucking multiplayer. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And that's my problem with award shows in general, not just the Game Awards, but award shows in general. It's like there had to have been somebody. Or here's the other thing. Maybe Arc Raiders, when it came out, they only had so much time before they could add it to the Game Awards, so they didn't really know how good the game was. But if you can't dive in and play the game and get enough information on it so you can make an educational determination of whether it deserves an award or not, then don't add it at all. Save it for next year. Let's see what we got up here. Tor, get jagging. You wascally wabbits. Tor, would you ever play Escape from Tarkov? I've read about it. I'm not interested right now. I would rather play the one I've been playing on VR, the Exfil game. But whatever. PvE lobbies make you feel... Yes, they do. Yes. You got fucking nerves. Like, when you go and you press that button for that elevator and you go hide in the bushes and those doors open and you make that mad dash hoping nobody's there waiting for you. You know what some dude did to me, Ice? I went and I looked. I didn't see anybody. I ran to the button for the elevator, and there was one of those little electrical traps in front of the button. I saw something sitting in front of the button, but I thought it was like garbage or something from an explosion. And I ran up to press the button, and then I got shocked. And this dude came up behind me and shot me and took all my loot. And I was loaded. I had everything. And he took all my shit. I was just like, really? That's such a cheesy way to get loot. But I'm like, that's what the game's about. I found out I really don't enjoy French-inspired things. I was not feeling Claire. Fuck that game. JRPGs for I just don't understand how they can't put Arc Raiders in more categories. I'm just like, God damn it. Like, but I really shouldn't be upset about it. So I'm asking you guys if you want me to stream and comment on the Game Awards, but that would be a fucking brutal 3 or 4 hours, and their stupid music numbers they pay and the bullshit that they talk about. I hate award shows. I did that with C4 on the button at the dam. Worked like a charm. Yeah. And see, I can see you doing it. Let me see if this will work, and I can get me some loot before I leave. So you got Bugs Bunny. What's supposed Doc? What's supposed Doc? So much of those shows is it's pointless filler. Like the Game Awards needs to be 90 minutes. Doesn't need to be 3 hours. It doesn't need to, like, you're going to bed at fucking midnight when that show goes over, and it's not even a big deal. It's fucking video games. What company runs the Game Awards? It's Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley runs the Game Awards. And I was thinking about Jeff Keighley. I was like, he had fucking game trailers and all that shit. And game trailers was like, when game trailers came out, it was like the dopest site at the time because they were doing all videos. And then he transitioned he did that roundtable thing he did, and then he started doing the Game Awards. All he ever does is the Game Awards now. He like doesn't review games or anything. I know he does not spend the entire year working on the Game Awards. There's no fucking way. Like, after the Game Awards are over, you probably already has the venue rented out. That's done, right? And you got to wait for games to come out before you can even come up with a list and do all the voting and stuff. So what does he do during those, I'd say, 6 months of the year that he's not working on Game Awards? And how does he make his money? Is he making enough money from the Game Awards where he doesn't have to do anything else? These are the questions that I have. It's like, is he making enough money from the Game Awards where he doesn't have to do anything else? And I'm sure he gets a big cut of that advertising money. All right. To be fair, Game Awards is only E3. The only E3 thing I left. What? The only E3 thing left, which I kind of like for nostalgia feels. You got to watch the Game Awards record a 30-second clip of you announcing the game of the year in Jeff's voice. He's like the Halloween star. You got to do it, but do Jeff. Why did people want me to do Jeff Keighley's voice? I don't even really know. That's my interpretation of Jeff's voice. You guys hear it differently than I hear it. Does it really sound like Jeff Keighley? Does it really sound like him? Is that why it's so funny to you, or just the fact that I'm doing it? Because that's two people that said I should do it in Jeff Keighley voice impression. Oh, Jeff Keighley Game Challenge? You guys are crazy. I don't think. Part of me is like, Torrance, do the right thing. Stream the show. Your fans want to see you watch the Game Awards and get all pissed and frustrated and shit. But I'm like, damn, that would be absolute torture for me to watch that show in its entirety right now. It would be fucking torture. All the stupid shit they do. They try to make it like the Oscars. I'm just like, oh, they lose me with that shit. Anyway, on to the next subject. I don't know. I'm sure I have a lot of things to do. I started playing, finally, after all these years, I installed Super Robot Wars 30 and started playing. I did not know that it was a strategy RPG game. It's not even really a strategy, it's a strategy game. Didn't know it was a strategy. All those years looking at Super Robot Wars, I'm like going way back. I didn't know it was a strategy game. So I finally got that and started playing that. There's a new Kaiju Brawler game out. And they have Godzilla, Gamera, and Ultraman DLC that I want to get. It's called Giga Bash. And they have a fucking Grandizer game. I fucking lost my mind. So, my entire life, ever since when I grew up and I used to watch Force 5, and I was a huge fan of Grandizer. And all those shows, Guy King, Grandizer, Star Avengers, Vanguard Ace, all that shit. I always wanted a proper Grandizer game. Always wanted it. Like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years? I'm going to check. Hold on. Should I switch? Let me switch this so you guys can see it. Steam transition. Check this shit out. I lost my mind. UFO Robot Grandizer. The Feast of the Wolves. Is a fucking game. And it came out in 2023. And I knew absolutely nothing about this game.
I demand your immediate and complete capitulation.
And I stumbled on it. I stumbled on it by accident.
Was
I'm like,
not enough for you?
no, it was
I will not.
it was Facebook. I saw an ad for this on Facebook and I'm like, Grandizer, what is it, some mobile game or something? And I watched the trailer and they said it was on Steam. I came home and I was like, you have got to be fucking. The game I have been looking for my entire life came out 2 years ago.
I'd let you destroy the Earth.
Check this shit out.
Strike hard.
Daisuke, we have to step in as soon as possible.
Duke, lead. Grandizer, go! No choice now. I must face this beast. The Spacer's telemetry is all over the place.
Daisuke, watch out!
Screw punch! The Vega just keep coming. Screw crusher punch! As long as the Vega are in this galaxy, nothing and no
It's got
one
the
will be
fucking
safe.
soundtrack and everything.
My dear Blue Planet, I'll protect you. I swear it. Let's finish this. Phaser go. Phaser cross. Transfer. Grandizer, go.
Look out, reinforcements!
Hand beam.
They're trying to block my path. Blasted. Those Vega everywhere.
Spin drills.
You won't get off that easily, bleed.
Earth's not through yet, my friend.
Watch out, it's charging up again.
Understood. What's that? You cursed machine. You flew your last flight. Space Thunder!
Lost my mind when I saw that. So that's on my list. That's on my list now. Holy shit. Just found a toaster. I don't think I ever did a Peter Molyneux voice. No, the God. Now you guys want to see the Godzilla thing? Okay, hold on a second. So that was Gigabash. So check this thing out. So Gigabash.
This is
It's a
Gigabash,
brawler.
where
It's a
up to
Kaiju
4
brawler.
players can battle each other as kaijus and heroes. Or team up with a friend for a 2v2 battle and team play. Dive into story mode and uncover the mysteries of the Gigabash world. Test your mettle against CPU enemies in arcade mode. Perform flashy combos as you progress through each stage. The further you go, the higher you score. Or enjoy something casually in mayhem mode.
So it's kind of
featuring
like
a collection of wacky
SNK
minigames.
King of the Monsters.
Come join the
Right?
ultimate monster brawler,
And it's
and
off
we'll see you in the
everything.
arena.
Xbox, Switch, everything. I'm like, what the fuck? And this came out in 2022, right? Check this shit out. The DLC. When I saw this, I fucking came in my pants. So they got Gamera, Godzilla, Ultraman, all the shit. Hold on a second. There's another trailer here. Here's the Gamera trailer. They need to do a Pacific Rim DLC. I'd be all over that shit. Alright, so there's the Gamera trailer. And then... where is it? Here's Ultraman Rising. This one is the... Wait, this is there's one that has them all in it. Let's see. You gonna take my last one?
I'll buy more.
No, you won't. Take it though.
I will.
Yeah, sure you will.
Can I get it from the one up the street?
You got to get it in Malden.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Where is it? Where is the store page? There was a store page that had all the DLC. Here we go.
This is Gigabash. We're up to 4.
Ultraman Rising, that was it. That's the same fucking trailer. Don't you hate when you see something and you can't find the thing that you saw before? Godzilla Kaiju. Let's do the Godzilla Kaiju pack. So you got Gigan, Mecha Godzilla, Destroyer, and then Godzilla. What? Find that fucking awesome fucking there was another Ultraman one. Here it is. Yeah, there it is. there it is. Well, I'm going to show you my library real quick. While we're here, what are we up to now? How many games? Doesn't even say the number. 349 games. Here it is. Look at all this. Ooh. Look at my Steam library. So you can see why it's probably important for me to get some kind of a Steam Deck, because this is fucking insane. Look at all this shit. Got some classics in there. I go through here once in a while and I'll see something like, what the fuck is that? And when did I buy that? You know, like, what's this? What's that game? And then I'll go in and I'll play it. There's so much stuff here. There's not enough time I'm 55 years old though. There's not. I beat Watch Dogs 2. I'm never gonna beat The Witcher. I beat all the zombie stuff. I didn't do the redo I didn't beat number 4. Like, there's just stuff in here. You know, I beat Sniper Elite 4. I'm working on 5. Sniper Elite's a fucking dope game if you've never played it. Oh my god, it's so good. But anyway, that's my library, so let's get back. Riku-san 1, what's up? Let me see here. Ever think we will get a Capcom versus DC game? Probably not. Especially with Warner Brothers being up for sale right now. Who knows? Then again, Netflix has ties with all the Japanese companies, all the anime companies, so who knows? Netflix basically got the offer. So I'm hoping Netflix, after they buy Warner Brothers, they let Zack Snyder finish his Justice League trilogy. That would make me very happy. What's crazy is the Steam page says it's got split screen. Didn't think PC games even did that. Oh yeah, they do. Yep. Ultraman was out since I was 4 years old in Japan. I had a toy belt from that show. Tor, if you never heard of Fightcade, now you know it's a service that lets you play old arcade games. Really? But why would I do that when I have all the old arcade games? Why would I bother even playing them online? Dude, I have so many emulators and things to play old arcade games. Did you see that big briefcase I had that opens up and it's 2 controllers and a big screen? Go through those videos on Davis Daily. And that covers my agenda for the night. And we're just over an hour. Look at that. So yeah, I'm sorry for not having a show recently. But it's been hard getting people on. I've been trying to get Eric Mudd back on, trying to get Otaku Man on. I want to get you on the show one of these days, but I don't know if you still work nights or not. So you have to let me know. I want a couple. I would actually like to get one of the games on Smash people on here. So that's what I'm going to focus on in terms of the next episodes of the show coming out. But that's it. That's all I have. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. Netflix makes too much woke crap. What do you mean woke crap? What are you talking about? Do you know what woke means? Hopefully, though, they keep releasing in movie theaters after buying War. Bring back John Shaw and Dirty. John Shaw has been on the show. Dirty, I don't. Yeah, I'll probably get everybody back on and keep the cycle going. But I really wanted Eric to be on as a regular because Eric's just a very interesting person. Yeah, I love the guy. Anyway, yeah. So let's see what happens, and thank everybody for showing up tonight. I was supposed to go on at 9, but I got carried away doing something. And then did I get more water? I got more water. And time for the dissertation on the. No, I'm not going into that again. Like, I'm not. I did that on Facebook. People totally don't know what the word woke means. Yeah, that's it. That is it. So I will hopefully see you guys next week. Next week's got to be tough, though, with work projects and stuff. So it'll probably be... It might be another Saturday show. I don't know. But I'm busy starting Monday all through the week. I'm trying to get tickets for that Kill Bill, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do that. Were you busy looking at a fishing magazine? No, what are you... Fishing magazines? Come on, dude. I don't have fishing magazines. Why would I have fishing magazines? Who does that? There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Oh, Ice. Let me give you my my Empire ID real quick. Not Empire. What is it called? Let's see. Embark ID. All right, give me a second, Ice. What? There we go. There you go, Ice. There's my Embark ID. Can you all believe the cost of RAM? The shit costs as much as GPU now. It's not that bad, is it? I don't even care anymore. My PC is going to be so badass. This one has lasted me 10 years. 10 years. My next PC is going to last me 15 years. Maybe even 20. Nah, it'll be 10 again. But actually, if this PC wasn't having funky problems with the memory, I probably wouldn't upgrade it. But it's time. It's really time for an upgrade. You know, it's probably tariffs. Hey, QL, how you doing? You get home from work? You just get home from work? You missed a good show. You missed a really good show. All right, y'all. I'm going to log off and get some shut-eye. Again, thanks for showing up. We will probably have a show next week, but it probably won't be till... might be a Friday show. But I'll let you guys know. And I haven't decided on whether I'm going to stream the Game Awards or not, but I'm probably going to need to be drunk to do it. All right, peace out, everybody. Thanks for showing up tonight. I'll see you again. Oh, and I'm preparing for the CES. That's the other thing I've been doing is prepping for CES. So I've already got like 12 meetings set up, and they really, the mother load hasn't even come in yet. So I have a lot of collaborations I'm working on for CES, which is great. So you'll have all that. It's not Transor Z. It's Grandizer. That whole universe is Grandizer, Transor Z, and Mazinger. That's part of that whole universe. But the cartoons, it was Transor Z and Mazinga and Bazinga had their own thing, and then Grandizer was off on their own, but they're all part of the same universe. Wherever though I got hit by a semi, it's been, oh shit. A semi truck? Dude, I'm sorry. Is he okay? Was he in a car when he got hit? He's still fighting. Oh my god. Was he in a vehicle? He was in a vehicle, right? Holy shit. Sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, that's tough. QL. Damn. That is, wow. He was on a one-wheeler? A unicycle? Or one of those new gyroscoping fat tire things you stand on? How long ago did it happen? I hate even asking you all these questions, but so he's in critical condition right now? Okay. Dude, keep me up to date. Send me a message on Facebook. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he pulls through. I really do. That's tough, dude. That is tough. Well, yeah, send me an update on Facebook. Let me know how he's doing. All right, guys. That's it. I will see you at least a couple times before the month's over. All right, when you get updated, send me a message on Facebook. All right.